A decision left on the edge of clay. There was beefs of bass, electric rain. I'm in a recipe, entering tree. Ring at the stars within the warm one waves in, and it's here wherever they want it, and it's true. Some parade seas, and it's true. Had just had spilled yet. Like in the days years, why can I hold it? Have I to heartbeat? Deletion so fast. Sophisticated with your sad folly, I measure feeling, but you would need to know who I'm receiving. A steady breath before the edge of who I still could be. The space to begin is terrifying. but it's hope that takes this form. The unmarked field where failure hasn't yet been born. I've filled so many pages with approximations of the truth, words that served their purpose but betrayed my younger youth. Reports and explanations, necessary compromise, but this blank page before me now demands I don't disguise. Hesitating because the first mark matters most. Once the pen touches paper, I'm no longer just a ghost. I become accountable again to the vision that remains, the stubborn seed of something real. The years of rain, I've started and abandoned more projects than I've finished through. Each blank page a reminder of the things I didn't do. The page is wide and patient, doesn't judge my frozen hand, offers only invitation to become what I had planned. The space to begin is precious before the compromises start, before reality erodes the image in my heart. There's a version of myself that lives in this unmarked space, undiminished by the failures, untouched by time's embrace. And though I know the pen will change things, will make the dream concrete and small, I also know that leaving it blank is the greatest failure of all. So I breathe in the potential, let it fill my chest with air, remembering that beginning is the bravest form of care. The page is wide and ready, holds the weight of all my years, the distance between who I am and who appears. The space to begin is courage, is the answer to the ache, is the moment before movement, when I choose to finally make. The pen descends, the line begins, imperfect but alive. The blank page now a testament that I still arrive. pull the fraying laces tight. This small ritual of attention draws the blurring back to light. Not just shoes, but recommitment to the journey still ahead. A gesture that reminds my body I'm not finished yet. Used to lace these shoes with urgency, running toward what I could be. Now I tie them with precision, knowing what they mean to me. Each loop a small decision, each pull an act of care. The difference between surrender and showing up somewhere. I've stumbled through so many years, let things slip and come undone, watched opportunities dissolve because I failed to run. But this morning feels different. Something shifted in the night, and adjusting these worn laces feels like reclaiming my right. Every knot I've left untied has taught me how it goes. The cost of small neglections, how the loosening shows. I kneel down in the half-light, pull the laces into place. This careful retightening is a form of saving grace. Not dramatic, just essential. The focus that it brings, calling back my scattered mind to fundamental things. My son asked me once why I'm so slow, getting ready in the dawn. I couldn't tell him that these moments are what keep me holding on. That tightening a simple knot is practice for the will to keep adjusting, keep correcting, keep climbing up the hill. The dream is still there, faded, like these shoes that know my stride. But the fact I'm lacing up again means something hasn't died. I kneel down with intention, feel the texture test the whole. The small correction brings me back from chaos to control. Not perfection, just alignment. Not beginning, just next step. The way tightening these laces helps me keep what I have kept. I stand up, feel the difference. how to face the world through the smallest of small things.
One note from the upright bass fills the empty room with truth. The vibration finds my chest and straightens something loose. Not music yet, just testing ground, but in that single tone I remember who I meant to be before the years were grown. I bought this instrument in better days when possibility felt wide, when every string held promises. I was too young to hide. The case grew dust for seasons while responsibilities grew tall. But late at night when silence comes, I hear its patient call. My hands have learned to compromise, to build instead of play, to measure worth in paychecks, not in what my fingers say. But muscle memory is stubborn, it remembers what was true. And when I strike that lowest string, the past comes pleading through. I failed so many auditions, heard not quite 1,000 times. Watched younger players take the stage while I was marking time. One note from the upright bass, a frequency that holds. The way it resonates through wood speaks what can't be told. Not performance, just a moment of alignment with myself. A brief return to center from the crowded mental shell. There's a reason soldiers march to drums while rhythm steadies breath. The low end is a lifeline between surrender and what's left. This single plucked vibration is a conversation with my core, asking if I still remember what I'm fighting for. The dream morphed into something else, not spotlight, just this sound. The private restoration where my scattered pieces are found. One note
I draw the line without perfection, without demanding everything. The decision to move forward is a liberation I can bring. Not settling, but wisdom, not defeat, but clearer sight. And in declaring good enough, I reclaim my right. Perfectionism was a prison, disguised as highest standard. Kept me trapped in preparation, made progress feel so abandoned. I'd revise and second guess, never quite releasing work, because the gap between vision and execution hurt. But years of never finishing taught me a harder truth, that perfect is the enemy of done, and done's the proof that good enough isn't compromise if the effort was sincere. It's acknowledgement that completion has its own frontier. I've mourned 1,000 projects that died from too much care, strangled by my standards until nothing made it there. I draw the line intentionally, declare this version whole. The decision to move on becomes a different goal. Not lazy but strategic, not failure but release. And in accepting good enough, I find a quiet peace. My younger self would judge me, call this line a betrayal. But my younger self knew nothing of what makes dreams prevail. That shipping imperfect work beats hoarding perfect drafts. That good enough in the world outlasts perfect in the past. The dream needs to exist, needs to leave my hands, and drawing the good enough line is how it finally stands. I draw the line with confidence, without apology or shame. The decision to call it done is playing a wiser game. Not giving up on excellence, but understanding scope. And in declaring good enough, I'm honoring the hope. The line is drawn, the work released, imperfect but complete. And the confidence it gives me makes the next one sweet. Synth bass holds its tone, sustained through time and space. This unbroken support steadies my pace. Not flashy, just enduring, not loud but always there. And in this constant presence I find I still can dare. I need something reliable, some frequency that stays when everything else is shifting through the complicated days. This sustained tone becomes becomes the ground beneath my feet, the assurance that despite the chaos, some things still repeat. The metaphor isn't subtle, the parallel is clear. I'm searching for the constant that can anchor me here, and this sound that lingers, that refuses to decay, reminds me that persistence is its own kind of way. So much has been unstable, so much has fallen through, but this tone that remains suggests something stay true. The synth bass holds forever, or what feels like forever, this unbroken thread through the temporary weather. Not changing, just supporting, not exciting, just secure. And in this sound that remains, I find I can endure. My daughter asked me once, what keeps me going when I'm tired? I played her this sustained tone, explain the way it's wired, that sometimes what we need isn't inspiration spark, but the steady constant presence that guides us through the dark. The dream has had its moments, its peaks and crashing falls, but the sound that remains is what finally sustains through it all. The tone continues, holding, unwavering and clear. This unbroken commitment casts out the fear. Not victory but presence, not finish but the way. And in this sound that remains, I find I can stay. I find I can stay. The note eventually fades, but the feeling doesn't end. The sound that remains taught me I can depend. I see my outline in the glass, superimposed on night outside. Tired eyes and graying temples, evidence I've tried. Not the man I thought I'd be, but the one who stayed the course. And in this ghostly reflection, I find an unexpected source. The window holds two worlds at once, the street beyond, my face within, both real, both present, neither quite solid or defined. It's late and I should sleep, but something keeps me standing here, studying this double vision that appears each passing year. 20 years ago this face was smooth and full of certainty. The dream was sharp and possible, not theory but destiny. Now the reflection shows the toll, the lines that were carved, but also shows persistence, the fact I haven't starved. Every failure left its mark, each compromise a scar. But I'm still here, still looking, still reaching for the star. I see my outline in the glass, a specter of intention, worn down but not erased, despite the year's dimension. Not young, not fresh, not innocent, but seasoned by the fight. And this reflection proves I haven't given up the ride. My daughter caught me standing here, asked what I was seeing. I told her I was checking if I recognized my being. She didn't understand, too young to know how people fade, how you can lose yourself slowly in the life you've made. But the outline in the glass holds something I thought lost, the shape of who I'm meant to be beneath the years and cost. I see my outline in the glass, transparent but defined, the ghost and the living man, impossibly combined. Not failure, not success, just evidence of time. And the fact I'm still here gazing means the dream is still mine. The night deepens, the reflection fades, but I've seen what I needed to. The time I've continued etched clearly through. The volume, change the space, give myself permission to breathe. The right distance for focusing is something I had to retrieve. Not avoidance but adjustment, not escape but wise design. And in this quieter environment I can hear what's mine. I used to think that pushing harder was the only honest way, that suffering through distraction proved I'd earn my stay. But decades taught me different, taught me that sustainability requires understanding my specific ecology. The open office overwhelmed me, the constant noise and light, but I felt ashamed to need a different kind of sight until the project failed spectacularly and I had to face the cost of trying to be someone else, of the productivity lost. Now I know that knowing myself, my limits and my needs isn't weakness but foundation for accomplishing the deeds. I lower the volume, dim the lights, helps the focus feed, not coddling but calibration, not fragility but truth. And in this quieter setting I recover my proof. My colleagues don't understand, they thrive in stimulation, and for years their way of working caused me humiliation. But I've stopped apologizing for my particular design, stopped trying to force myself into someone else's line. The dream requires longevity, requires sustained devotion, and finding the right volume enables the motion. I lower the intensity, adjust the atmosphere, the right distance for myself makes the path more clear. Not special, just specific, not demanding, just aware. And in this quiet switching I show myself care. Becomes my own, and in this careful calibration focus finds its home.
I nodded the reed-drum line, slightly truer than before. Not finished but undeniably closer to the core. This small improvement matters, validates the careful eye, proof that iteration is how we learn to fly. Perfection was the enemy that paralyzed my youth. I'd start with burning vision, then collapse beneath the truth. The gap between intention and ability was wide, and for years I let that distance convince me not to try. But age has taught perspective, the value of degree, that better is still progress toward what it needs to be. This line I've just corrected by a millimeter's grace contains more honest victory than any perfect face. I've drawn 10,000 lines that missed the mark I sought, but each attempt informed the next, each failure wisdom brought. I nodded this correction, this slightly better try.
Acknowledging the distance between earth and sky. Not there yet, but closer. Not done, but more refined. And in this small adjustment, I reclaim my peace of mind. My mentor told me once that mastery is made of tiny course corrections, not one transcendent day. I didn't believe him then. Wanted breakthrough, wanted proof. But now I find my solace in incremental truth. The dream doesn't demand perfection, only honest dedication. The willingness to see what's wrong and make the small correction. I nod at the improvement, barely visible but real. This evidence of caring, this refusal to conceal. Not genius, just persistence. Not lightning, just the grind. And in acknowledging this better, I validate my mind. The line sits on the page now, imperfect but improved. A testament to staying to the incremental. I let the quiet fill the room tonight. No need to force what isn't ready yet. Between these words I find a softer light. The space I leave is something I don't regret. 20 years behind this desk, these walls, I learned that rushing only breaks the thread. There was a time I'd answer every call. Now I sit with silence in my head. The deadline waits, the cursor blinks alone. But something in the emptiness feels right. I'm not the man who had to prove he's grown. I'm just the one who's learning not to fight. My father never paused, he pushed right through. He wore his exhaustion like a crown. I watched him fade while thinking it was true, that stopping meant you'd never come back down. But here I am staring at the screen, the paragraph unfinished, incomplete. And somehow in this gap, this in between, I hear my own heart find its quieter beat. Maybe wisdom isn't knowing when to speak. Maybe it's the courage to hold still, to trust that what I'm searching for will keep, and recognize the power in my will. I let the quiet fill the room tonight. No need to force what isn't ready yet. Between these words I find a softer light. The space I leave is something I don't regret. Permission granted afraid of what the stillness might reveal. But underneath the manufactured poise was just a boy who didn't know what's real. Now I understand the gift of pause, the beauty in an unfinished refrain. I don't apologize without a cause. The empty space is not a sign of pain. This is how I honor what remains, by giving it the room it needs to grow. Not everything requires clear refrains. Some truths emerge from what we don't yet know. I let the quiet fill the room tonight. No need to force what isn't ready yet. Between these words I find a softer light. The space I leave is something I don't regret. Permission granted to myself alone, to drift, to wait, to breathe before I'm whole. The silence here has made itself a home, and in its arms I'm finding back my soul. So I'll sit here with the unfinished line and trust tomorrow what I can't complete. The space between is something I call mine, where silence and surrender gently meet.
Draw the line and call it done today. Not failure, just a necessary pause. I give myself permission not to stay, and trust that rest serves some essential cause. For 37 years I've chased the clock, believing that momentum was the key, that stopping was the same as being blocked, that rest was just another word for lazy. I watched my colleagues burn out one by one, but told myself that I was different, strong. I'd push until the very work was done, no matter if it took me all night long, until my body gave me no more choice. The headaches came, the insomnia, the pain. I'd lost connection to my inner voice, had sacrificed my health for meager gain. The doctor looked at me with knowing eyes and asked me when I'd last taken a break. I started listing every compromise and realized how much was at stake. What if stopping is a form of strength? What if the pause is where the healing grows? What if we need to never questioned why he never stopped until his heart gave out at 61. I don't want that legacy to be the only thing I pass on to my son. I want to show him it's okay to see that sometimes rest means keeping yourself young. So I accept the boundary I've drawn and celebrate the courage to refrain. Tomorrow I'll return with strength reborn because I chose to heal instead of strain. I draw the line and call it done today. Not failure, just a necessary pause. I give myself permission not to stay and trust that rest serves some essential cause. The delay is not defeat or shame. It's wisdom recognizing my own need to pick it up another day and claim the energy required to succeed. So I'll affirm this pause I've chosen now and trust the process working underneath. Continuing means knowing when to bow, to rest, to wait, to give myself relief.
I move the pieces to a different place, and suddenly the picture comes alive. The same old elements in different space can make a dying dream begin to thrive. I've been composing songs for 20 years, the same 4 chords in slightly different ways. I told myself through all the doubts and fears that someday would eventually come with praise, but nothing ever quite felt like it clicked. The melodies were fine, the lyrics true, yet something in the order felt restricted, like I was missing one essential clue. Last Tuesday night at 3 a.m. alone, I took the chorus that I'd always known and tried it at the start instead of later on. The whole song suddenly had found its tone. The verses that it felt like filler weight became the bridge that made the story whole. I'd spent 2 decades getting it all straight, when all I needed was a different role. Sometimes the answer isn't something new, it's just the courage to rearrange, to take what's always been in front of you and trust that simple movements can create change. I move the pieces to a different place, and suddenly the picture comes alive. The same old elements in different space can make a dying dream begin to thrive. My chest expands with something close to hope as ingenuity begins to show. I didn't need a wider, bigger scope, just wisdom to let go of what I know. My mentor told me years ago to trust
that mastery means knowing what to keep, but also recognizing when you must disturb the patterns running far too deep. I fought him, then convinced that I was right, that my arrangement was the only way. I couldn't see through all my stubborn sight, that flexibility would save the day. Now I approach each project with fresh eyes, not asking what is missing or what's wrong, but wondering what simple shift might prize, the beauty that was hiding all along. I move the pieces to a different place, and suddenly the picture comes alive. The same old elements in different space can make a dying dream begin to thrive. My chest expands with something close to hope as ingenuity begins to show. I didn't need a wider, bigger scope, just wisdom to let go of what I know. So I'll keep rearranging what I've made, with gentle hands and open, curious mind. The art is in the choices to be weighed. I line the tools in perfect rows, each object in its place. External order mirrors the clarity I chase. Not obsession but intention, not control but care. And as the desk becomes arranged, my heart turns forward there. The chaos had accumulated like 7 over years, layers of abandoned projects, residue of fears. But this morning something shifted, some internal call to clean, to create a space that matches what I need to mean. I pick up each forgotten thing, decide its fate with care. What serves the forward motion, what's just weight to bear. The act of sorting, placing, creating visual calm is medication for the spirit, a self-administered balm. Disorder was a symptom of the losing of my way, but establishing this order is declaring I will stay. I line the tools with purpose, ruler, pen, and light. The geometry of function places scattered sight. Not perfect but aligned, not rigid but defined. And as the desk takes order, forward turns my mind. My wife sees this transformation, recognizes what it means. She's watched me cycle through the years of messy in-betweens. She doesn't say a word, just puts her hand on mine, acknowledging this order as a promising sign. The dream needs space to breathe, needs structure to survive, and organizing what I have keeps possibility alive. I line the tools in straight rows, each implanted hand. The visual simplicity helps me understand. Not escape or preparation, not delay but stands. And as order appears, my heart turns toward the chance. tools away, draw a boundary, call it done. Holding the feeling I can continue toward the rising sun. Not ending but transitioning, not quitting but clear pause. And then declaring clean up, I honor what's still drawn. The workspace had become chaotic, the overflow of long campaigns. Every surface covered with the evidence of strain. But now I systematically return each thing to place, creating visual closure and mental breathing space. This isn't just about order, though order plays its part. It's about honoring the effort of protecting the heart, by cleaning up with intention, by declaring this phase through. I'm telling myself I matter, that this work does too. For years I just abandon, walk away and leave the mess, which sent a message to my psyche of carelessness, de-stress. I put the tools in order, declare the session closed, holding the confidence that I can still compose, not burning out but pacing, not surrendering but smart. And in the act of cleanup, I protect the art. My mentor taught me this, the importance of the end, that how we close a chapter determines if can begin again. That declaring cleanup isn't about being finished forever. It's about sustainable practice, about being clean. The dream is a marathon, not a desperate sprint. And declaring this cleanup means tomorrow I'm still in. I put away the last tool, survey the ordered space, holding the deep feeling I can return to this place. Not done with the journey, just done with today. And in declaring cleanup, I'm promising to stay. The desk is clear, the tools are stored, the boundary drawn with care. And I move toward the next phase, knowing I'll be there. Looking up at the sun about to sink. Worries I exaggerated start to shrink back to their real size, their actual weight, where the autumn sky changes at the gate, between the day and evening's calm. Worries aren't so big after all. Thought everything was ending, thought I'd failed. Every mistake magnified, every plan derailed. through disaster into catastrophe. But sunsets change taught me to see perspective, proportion, truth and size. Where the autumn sky opens my eyes. Music industry is harsh and cold. One mistake and you're too old, or so I thought, until this evening light showed me I was losing sight of reality, of what's actually true. Where the autumn sky breaks through my exaggerated fears and show worries aren't as big as I thought. I know where the autumn sky changes shade from orange bright to purple fade. My worries change their size as well, shrinking from the heaven to the hell I made them in my anxious mind. Where the autumn sky is kind, where the autumn sky changes its face. My exaggerated worries find their place in proportion, in perspective, in the real. Where the autumn sky helps me feel that maybe I've been magnifying fear. Where the autumn sky young me thought every mistake was fatal, every wrong note was natural disaster. But experience and sunset teach that most things are within reach of recovery, of fixing or moving on. Where the autumn sky song sings about proportion, about calm, about the balm of perspective when you're losing your way. Skies change colors, worries change size, sitting here with clearer eyes about what actually matters, what's just noise. Where the autumn sky destroys exaggeration, brings things down to earth. Where the autumn sky shows me worth. Where the autumn sky changes from light to dark. My exaggerated worries lose their mark on my peace, on my heart, on my soul. Where the autumn sky makes me whole by showing me the truth inside. Where the autumn sky makes me wise. Tomorrow when I start to exaggerate, I'll remember this autumn sky's gate, where colors change and so did my mind. Where the autumn sky helped me find proportion, perspective, peace at last. Where the autumn sky showed me past the exaggerations to what's real and true. Sunset's color overlaps with a bass tone deep. Phrase I struggled with begins to seep into clarity, into form. Sky like orange color sound keeps me warm through the doubt and the difficulty. Sky and bass in harmony. Days of searching for the phrase that fits, pulling hair out over it, but watching sunset paint the sky the shade, while electric bass tone that I played echoes in my memory. Suddenly it's clear to me the phrase I needed all along. Music isn't just the notes you play, it's the color, the emotion, the way sound can paint like sunset paints the sky. Orange bleeding into deeper dye of purple, red and fading gold. This is what I've been trying to hold in the bass line, in the song. Sky like orange colors sound all alone. Sunset and the bass overlap, filling in the music's gap. Deep tone resonates with orange light. Phrase I struggled with comes out right when I stop trying to force. Let the sound take its course. Sky like orange color sound tonight shows me what I've been trying to write. Isn't technical perfection cold, but warmth like sunset turning gold. Baseline deep as evening sky. Phrase opens up, I don't know why, except the colors and the sound combined. Sky like orange color sound defined. Young bass player thought that skill was all. Now I know you have to feel the call of something bigger than your fingers on the strings. Something that the sunset brings when it colors everything you see. Teaches you what music needs to be. Not just notes but pain and emotion. Sky like sunsets, orange notion. Colors fading into night, but the phrase is finally right. Sitting here with bass in hand, finally I understand. Head falling to my chest, but I found what I needed. Found my rest. Sky like orange color sound revealed what was broken, what needs healed. In my music, in my soul, sunset and the bass made whole. The phrase that struggled to exist. Sky like orange color sound, kissed it into life, into being true. Sky and sound, orange hue. Tomorrow I'll play this phrase again. Sky like orange colored sound. My friend taught me music's more than technical might. It's the color, it's the light. Sky like orange colored sound, finally found. Sunset then into a sharp line. Missing note of my melody chimes quietly within my chest. And the instant light narrows to its rest. What I've been searching for rings clear. In the instant disappearing here. Melody incomplete for weeks on end. Something missing I can't comprehend. Tried every note, every possibility. Nothing worked, nothing set me free. Until I watched the sun compress to a line of light, nothing more, nothing less. And in that instant when it thins so sharp, missing notes struck up my heart, like it was waiting for this moment here. When the light becomes severe and focused down to a single line, that's when the note became mine. The instant that the light narrows down, I hear the missing note sound resonating in my soul, making the melody whole. What was scattered comes together in the instant, now and never. The instant light narrows to a thread, missing note rings in my head, so clear
voice note, wrote 1,000 things I'd quote as possibilities, but none was right until sunset's narrowing light showed me you can't force creation, just have patient observation of the instant everything lines. Light's about to disappear, but the note rings loud and clear in my memory, in my hands. Now I understand, sitting here as night arrives. The instant the light narrowed saved my life, or at least this song. The instant light narrowed down to nothing, missing notes started something in my heart, in my mind. So clear in the instant light narrows here at the edge of day and night. Everything becomes right with the melody at last. Tomorrow I'll play that note again. The instant light narrows, my friend, taught me patience, taught me grace, taught me how to find the space for what was missing all along. In the instant narrows, complete song. Fading line of light across the ridge, next arrangements key shimmers like a bridge between what I knew and what I'll know before the sun hides, before it goes behind the mountain in my chest. The key to what comes next. Stuck on how to start the next project. Every idea I reject is not good enough, not right. But before the sun takes its flight behind the mountain's silhouette, the key appears without effort, without sweat. Sometimes answers come when you stop searching hard, when you watch the sun stand guard over the days and all the nights beginning. Suddenly you're winning, not through force but through release, before the sun hides brings peace. Fading line of light, so thin, key to the next song within. My chest starts to shimmer, starts to glow before the sun hides. I know where the arrangement needs to start. Intuition of the heart before the sun hides behind the mountain
I hear the call of next arrangement, next creative try. Before the sun says goodbye, it gives me the gift of knowing where to begin without the despair. Years of doing this have taught me well. Answers come when you can tell the difference between forcing and allowing. Before the sun is bowing behind the mountain for the night, it shares its light in the form of creating intuition clear. Sun's almost gone, but the key remains. Shimmer in my chest sustains the knowledge of what to create next. Before the sun hides, not perplexed anymore, just clear and calm. Before the sun hides for another night, it gave me the arrangement's light, the key that shimmers in my chest so warm. Before the sun transforms from presence into memory, before the sun hides, I can see the path forward with my music now. Tomorrow I'll begin with what I learned before the sun returned. Behind the mountains, ancient God arranged what won't be hard, because the key shimmers still before the sun hides, always will. Half-set sun hanging in the air, confusion that I carried everywhere. Aligned itself in a single breath before the sinking light reaches its depth. At the street lamps waiting glow, everything I need to know. 3 days lost in a range maze, nothing making sense, just haze of conflicting ideas and scattered thoughts. All the battles that I fought with myself, with the song, with time. But half-set sun makes everything rhyme. Stepping out to clear my head before I break, watching sunset for sanity's sake. And in that moment between day and night, before the sinking light ignites the street lamps into artificial glow, suddenly I know where the arrangement needs to go. Half-set sun, that perfect pause gives me moment just because I stopped and looked and breathed the air. Confusion that was everywhere lined up, made sense, became clear before the sinking light disappeared. Before the sinking light reaches street lamps gold, the story of my song unfolds in a single breath, in a moment's grace. Half-set sun shows me the place where every piece
before the sinking light is gone. Maybe answers come when you stop pushing hard. Let the sunset be your guard against the chaos in your mind. Sometimes you have to stop to find what you've been searching for all along. Before the sinking light, before it's gone. Sun is almost at the lamp, sitting on these old front steps. Confusion traded for clarity before the sinking light sets me free. Eyes closing with the knowledge that tomorrow I'll follow this new path. Before the sinking light reaches where lamps away to show me which direction, which gate to walk through with my music now. Half-set sun taught me how to trust the pause, the in-between. Before the sinking light, I've seen the way forward, the next step true. Tomorrow I watch again before the sinking light reaches its end. At the street lamps, waiting in embrace, I'll find answers, I'll find grace in the pause before the light moves on. Walking under the same sun's embrace, knots in relationships change their shape in space. The moment the city turns cold, conflicts that felt too heavy to hold become lighter, become possible to untangle. The moment the city turns gold's angle, band members fighting over creative direction, producer and I in constant correction of each other's vision, each other's ideas. Relationships strained for years, but the moment the city turns gold, I see maybe we're not enemies. Maybe we're all just trying to create something that matters before it's too late. Golden light makes everyone look kind. The moment the city turns gold, I find compassion for the people I've been resenting. Conflicts that felt permanent, relenting. City bathed in golden glow, everyone moving fast and slow beneath the same light, the same sun. The moment the city shows me we're one, in our struggle, in our trying, in our desire to keep flying. The moment the city turns gold tonight, relationships that felt so tight, with tension and with conflict strain, suddenly don't cause the same pain. Not shift shape just a little bit the moment the city's lit. Music's made by people, flawed and real. Golden light helps me feel that perfection isn't what we need. Just honest effort, just the seed of trying together, trying still. Golden light bends my will toward forgiveness, toward grace. City's gold is fading now tonight, but the shifted relationships feel right, or at least more workable than before. The moment the city turned gold and opened the door to possibility of resolution, of contribution. The moment the city turned gold showed me relationships don't have to be perfect to be worth maintaining here. The moment the city made it clear that everyone's struggling, everyone's trying their best. The moment the city gave me rest. A decision left on the edge of clay. There was beefs of bass, electric rain. I'm in a recipe, venturing tree. Praying could the stars win. I want one wishing, and it's here wherever they want it, and it's true. Some furry tears, and it's true. I just had spilled namngjord. Like and it takes years. Why can't I hold it? Have I to heartbeat? Deletion so fast. Intoxicated with your sad falling, I measure feeling, but you want need to know who I'm receiving.
is wide and endless, holds every possibility. A steady breath before the edge of who I still could be. The
space to begin is terrifying, but it's hope that takes this form. The unmarked field where failure hasn't yet been born. I filled so many pages with approximations of the truth, words that served their purpose but betrayed my younger youth. Reports and explanations, necessary compromise, but this blank page before me now demands I don't disguise. Hesitating because the first mark matters most. Once the pen touches paper, I'm no longer just a ghost. I become accountable again to the vision that remains, the stubborn seed of something real. The years of rain, I've started and abandoned more projects than I've finished through. Each blank page a reminder of the things I didn't do. The page is wide and patient, doesn't judge my frozen hand, offers only invitation to become what I had planned. The space to begin is precious before the compromises start, before reality erodes the image in my heart. There's a version of myself that lives in this unmarked space, undiminished by the failures, untouched by time's embrace. And though I know the pen will change things, will make the dream concrete and small, I also know that leaving it blank is the greatest failure of all. So I breathe in the potential, let it fill my chest with air, remembering that beginning is the bravest form of care. The page is wide and ready, holds the weight of all my years, the distance between who I am and who appears. The space to begin is courage, is the answer to the ache, is the moment before movement, when I choose to finally make. The pen descends, the line begins, imperfect but alive. The blank page now a testament that I still arrive. I kneel down on the morning floor, pull the fraying laces tight. This small ritual of attention draws the blurring back to light. Not just shoes, but recommitment to the journey still ahead. A gesture that reminds my body I'm not finished yet. Used to lace these shoes with urgency, running toward what I could be. Now I tie them with precision, knowing what they mean to me. Each loop a small decision, each pull an act of care. The difference between surrender and showing up somewhere. I've stumbled through so many years, let things slip and come undone, watched opportunities dissolve because I failed to run. But this morning feels different. Something shifted in the night, and adjusting these worn laces feels like reclaiming my right. Every knot I've left untied has taught me how it goes. The cost of small neglections, how the loosening shows. I kneel down in the half-light, pull the laces into place. This careful retightening is a form of saving grace. Not dramatic, just essential. The focus that it brings, calling back my scattered mind to fundamental things. My son asked me once why I'm so slow, getting ready in the dawn. I couldn't tell him that these moments are what keep me holding on. That tightening a simple knot is practice for the will to keep adjusting, keep correcting, keep climbing up the hill. The dream is still there, faded, like these shoes that know my stride. But the fact I'm lacing up again means something hasn't died. I kneel down with intention, feel the texture test the whole. The small correction brings me back from chaos to control. Not perfection, just alignment. Not beginning, just next step. The way tightening these laces helps me keep what I have kept. I
the security it brings, ready now to face the world through the smallest of small things.
One note from the upright bass fills the empty room with truth. The vibration finds my chest and straightens something loose. Not music yet, just testing ground, but in that single tone who I meant to be before the years were grown. I bought this instrument in better days when possibility felt wide, when every string held promises. I was too young to hide. The case grew dust for seasons while responsibilities grew tall. But late at night when silence comes, I hear its patient call. My hands have learned to compromise, to build instead of play, to measure worth in paychecks, not in what my fingers say. But muscle memory is stubborn, it remembers what was true. And when I strike that lowest string, the past comes pleading through. I failed so many auditions, heard not quite 1,000 times. Watched younger players take the stage while I was marking time. One note from the upright bass, a frequency that holds. The way it resonates through wood speaks what can't be told. Not performance, just a moment of alignment with myself. A brief return to center from the crowded mental shell. There's a reason soldiers march to drums while rhythm steadies breath. The low end is a lifeline between surrender and what's left. This single plucked vibration is a conversation with my core, asking if I still remember what I'm fighting for. The dream morphed into something else, not spotlight, just this sound. The private restoration where my scattered pieces are found. One note from the
chase after the strain. I draw the line without perfection, without demanding everything. The decision to move forward is a liberation I can bring. Not settling, but wisdom, not defeat, but clearer sight. And in declaring good enough, I reclaim my right. Perfectionism was a prison, disguised as highest standard. Kept me trapped in preparation, made progress feel so abandoned. I'd revise and second guess, never quite releasing work, because the gap between vision and execution hurt. But years of never finishing taught me a harder truth, that perfect is the enemy of done, and done's the proof. That good enough isn't compromise if the effort was sincere. It's acknowledgement that completion has its own frontier. I've mourned 1,000 projects that died from too much care, strangled by my standards until nothing made it there. I draw the line intentionally, declare this version whole. The decision to move on becomes a different goal. Not lazy but strategic, not failure but release. And in accepting good enough, I find a quiet peace. My younger self would judge me, call this line a betrayal. But my younger self knew nothing of what makes dreams prevail. That shipping imperfect work beats hoarding perfect drafts. That good enough in the world outlasts perfect in the past. The dream needs to exist, needs to leave my hands, and drawing the good enough line is how it finally stands. I draw the line with confidence, without apology or shame. The decision to call it done is playing a wiser game. Not giving up on excellence, but understanding scope. And in declaring good enough, I'm honoring the hope. The line is drawn, the work released, imperfect but complete. And the confidence it gives me makes the next one sweet. Synth bass holds its tone, sustained through time and space. This unbroken support steadies my pace. Not flashy, just enduring, not loud but always there. And in this constant
frequency that stays when everything else is shifting through the complicated days. This sustained tone becomes the ground beneath my feet, the assurance that despite the chaos, some things still repeat. The metaphor isn't subtle, the parallel is clear. I'm searching for the constant that can anchor me here. And this sound that lingers, that refuses to decay, reminds me that persistence is its own kind of way. So much has been unstable, so much has fallen through, but this tone that remains suggests something stay true. The synth bass holds forever, or what feels like forever. This unbroken thread through the temporary weather, not changing, just supporting, not exciting, just secure. And in this sound that remains, I find I can endure. My daughter asked me once, what keeps me going when I'm tired? I played her this sustained tone, explain the way it's wired, that sometimes what we need isn't inspiration spark, but the steady constant presence that guides us through the dark. The dream has had its moments, its peaks and crashing falls, but the sound that remains is what finally sustains through it all. The tone continues, holding, unwavering and clear. This unbroken commitment casts out the fear. Not victory but presence, not finish but the way. And in this sound that remains, I find I can stay. I find I can stay. The note eventually fades, but the feeling doesn't end. The sound that remains taught me I can depend. I see my outline in the glass, superimposed on night outside. Tired eyes and graying temples, evidence I've tried. Not the man I thought I'd be, but the one who stayed the course. And in this ghostly reflection, I find an unanswered
both present, neither quite solid or defined. It's late and I should sleep, but something keeps me standing here, studying this double vision that appears each passing year. 20 years ago this face was smooth and full of certainty. The dream was sharp and possible, not theory but destiny. Now the reflection shows the toll, the lines that were carved, but also shows persistence, the fact I haven't starved. Every failure left its mark, each compromise a scar. But I'm still here, still looking, still reaching for the star. I see my outline in the glass, a specter of intention, worn down but not erased, despite the year's dimension. Not young, not fresh, not innocent, but seasoned by the fight. And this reflection proves I haven't given up the right. My daughter caught me standing here, asked what I was seeing. I told her I was checking if I recognized my being. She didn't understand, too young to know how people fade, how you can lose yourself slowly in the life you've made. But the outline in the glass holds something I thought lost, the shape of who I'm meant to be beneath the years and cost. I see my outline in the glass, transparent but defined. The ghost and the living man, then possibly combined. Not failure, not success, just evidence of time. And the fact I'm still here gazing means the dream is still mine. The night deepens, the reflection fades, but I've seen what I needed to. The time I've continued etched clearly through. The volume, change the space, give myself permission to breathe. The right distance for focusing is something I had to retrieve. Not avoidance but adjustment, not escape but wise design. And in this quieter environment I can hear what's mine. I used to think that pushing harder was the only honest way, that suffering through distraction proved I'd earn my stay. But decades taught me different, taught me that sustainability requires understanding my specific ecology. The open office overwhelmed me, the constant noise and light, but I felt ashamed to need a different kind of sight until the project failed spectacularly and I had to face the cost of trying to be someone else, of the productivity lost. Now I know that knowing myself, my limits and my needs isn't weakness but foundation for accomplishing the deeds.
helps the focus feed, not coddling but calibration, not fragility but truth. And in this quieter setting I recover my proof. My colleagues don't understand. They thrive in stimulation, and for years their way of working caused me humiliation. But I've stopped apologizing for my particular design. Stop trying to force myself into someone else's line. The dream requires longevity, requires sustained devotion, and finding the right volume enables the motion. I lower the intensity, adjust the atmosphere, the right distance for myself makes the path more clear. Not special, just specific, not demanding, just aware. And in this quiet switching I show myself care. Becomes my own, and in this careful calibration focus finds its home.
I nodded the redrum line, slightly truer than before. Not finished but undeniably closer to the core. This small improvement matters, validates the careful eye. Proof that iteration is how we learn to fly. Perfection was the enemy that paralyzed my youth. I'd start with burning vision, then collapse beneath the truth. The gap between intention and ability was wide, and for years I let that distance convince me not to try. But age has taught perspective, the value of degree, that better is still progress toward what it needs to be. This line I've just corrected by a millimeter's grace contains more honest victory than any perfect face. I've drawn 10,000 lines that missed the mark I sought, but each attempt informed the next, each failure wisdom brought. I nodded this correction, this slightly better try.
acknowledging the distance between earth and sky. Not there yet, but closer. Not done, but more refined. And in this small adjustment, I reclaim my peace of mind. My mentor told me once that mastery is made of tiny course corrections, not one transcendent day. I didn't believe him then, wanted breakthrough, wanted proof, but now I find my solace in incremental truth. The dream doesn't demand perfection, only honest dedication, the willingness to see what's wrong and make the small correction. I nod at the improvement, barely visible but real. This evidence of caring, this refusal to conceal. Not genius, just persistence. Not lightning, just the grind. And in acknowledging this better, I validate my mind. The line sits on the page now, imperfect but improved. A testament to staying to the incremental. I let the quiet fill the room tonight. No need to force what isn't ready yet. Between these words I find a softer light. The space I leave is something I don't regret. 20 years behind this desk, these walls, I learned that rushing only breaks the thread. There was a time I'd answer every call. Now I sit with silence in my head. The deadline waits, the cursor blinks alone, but something in the emptiness feels right. I'm not the man who had to prove he's grown. I'm just the one who's learning not to fight. My father never paused, he pushed right through. He wore his exhaustion like a crown. I watched him fade while thinking it was true, that stopping meant you'd never come back down. But here I am staring at the screen, the paragraph unfinished, incomplete. And somehow in this gap, this in between, I hear my own heart find its quieter beat. Maybe wisdom isn't knowing when to speak. Maybe it's the courage to hold still, to trust that what I'm searching for will keep, and recognize the power in my will. I let the quiet fill the room tonight. No need to force what isn't ready yet. Between these words I find a softer light. The space I leave is something I don't regret. Permission granted. myself alone, to drift away, to breathe before I'm whole. The silence here has made itself a home, and in its arms I'm finding back my soul. There were years I filled the void with noise, afraid of what the stillness might reveal. But underneath the manufactured poise was just a boy who didn't know what's real. Now I understand the gift of pause, the beauty in an unfinished refrain. I don't apologize without a cause. The empty space is not a sign of pain. This is how I honor what remains, by giving it the room it needs to grow. Not everything requires clear refrains. Some truths emerge from what we don't yet know. I let the quiet fill the room tonight. No need to force what isn't ready yet. Between these words I find a softer light. The space I leave is something I don't regret. Permission granted to myself alone, to drift away, to breathe before I'm whole. The silence here has made itself a home, and in its arms I'm finding back my soul. So I'll sit here with the unfinished line and trust tomorrow what I can't complete. The space between is something I call mine, where silence and surrender gently meet.
I draw the line and call it done today. Not failure, just a necessary pause. I give myself permission not to stay, and trust that rest serves some essential cause. For 37 years I've chased the clock, believing that momentum was the key, that stopping was the same as being blocked, that rest was just another word for lazy. I watched my colleagues burn out one by one, but told myself that I was different, strong. I'd push until the very work was done, no matter if it took me all night long, until my body gave me no more choice. The headaches came, the insomnia, the pain. I'd lost connection to my inner voice, had sacrificed my health for meager gain. The doctor looked at me with knowing eyes and asked me when I'd last taken a break. I started listing every compromise and realized how much was at stake. What if stopping is a form of strength? What if the pause is where the healing grows? What if we need to go to any length to honor what our weary body knows? I draw the line and call it done today. Not failure, just a necessary pause. I myself permission not to stay, and trust that rest serves some essential cause. The delay is not defeat or shame, it's wisdom recognizing my own need to pick it up another day and claim the energy required to succeed. My grandfather would work until he dropped. He wore exhaustion like a metal one. He never questioned why he never stopped until his heart gave out at 61. I don't want that legacy to be the only thing I pass on to my son. I want to show him it's okay to see that sometimes rest means keeping yourself young. So I accept the boundary I've drawn and celebrate the courage to refrain. Tomorrow I'll return with strength reborn, because I chose to heal instead of strain. I draw the line and call it done today. Not failure, just a necessary pause. I give myself permission not to stay, and trust that rest serves some essential cause. The delay is not defeat or shame, it's wisdom recognizing my own need to pick it up another day and claim the energy required to succeed. So I'll affirm this pause I've chosen now, and trust the process working underneath. Continuing means knowing when to bow, to rest, to wait, to give myself relief.
I move the pieces to a different place, and suddenly the picture comes alive. The same old elements in different space can make a dying dream begin to thrive. I've been composing songs for 20 years, the same four chords in slightly different ways. I told myself through all the doubts and fears that someday would eventually come with praise, but nothing ever quite felt like it clicked. The melodies were fine, the lyrics true, yet something in the order felt restricted, like I was missing one essential clue. Last Tuesday night at 3 a.m. alone, I took the chorus that I'd always known and tried it at the start instead of later on. The whole song suddenly had found its tone. The verses that it felt like filler weight became the bridge that made the story whole. I'd spent 2 decades getting it all straight, when all I needed was a different role. Sometimes the answer isn't something new, it's just the courage to rearrange, to take what's always been in front of you, and trust that simple movements can create change. I move the pieces to a different place, and suddenly the picture comes alive. The same old elements in different space can make a dying dream begin to thrive. My chest expands with something close to hope as ingenuity begins to show. I didn't need a wider, bigger scope, just wisdom to let go of what I know. My mentor told me years ago to trust that mastery means knowing what to keep, but also recognizing when you must disturb the patterns running far too deep. I fought him, then convinced that I was right, that my arrangement was the only way. I couldn't see through all my stubborn sight, that flexibility would save the day. Now I approach each project with fresh eyes, not asking what is missing or what's wrong, but wondering what simple shift might prize, the beauty that was hiding all along. I move the pieces to a different place, and suddenly the picture comes alive. The same old elements in different space can make a dying dream begin to thrive. My chest expands with something close to hope as ingenuity begins to show. I didn't need a wider, bigger scope, just wisdom to let go of what I know. So I'll keep rearranging what I've made, with gentle hands and open, curious mind. The art is in the choices to be weighed. I line the tools in perfect rows, each object in its place. External order mirrors the clarity I chase. Not obsession but intention, not control but care. And as the desk becomes arranged, my heart turns forward there. The chaos had accumulated like sediment over years, layers of abandoned projects, residue of fears. But this morning something shifted, some internal call to clean, to create a space that matches what I need to mean. I pick up each forgotten thing, decide its fate with care. What serves the forward motion, what's just weight to bear. The act of sorting, placing, creating visual calm is medication for the spirit, a self-administered balm. Disorder was a symptom of the losing of my way, but establishing this order is declaring I will stay. I line the tools with purpose, ruler, pen, and light. The geometry of function places scattered sight. Not perfect but aligned, not rigid but defined. And as the desk takes order, forward turns my mind. My wife sees this transformation, recognizes what it means. She's watched me cycle through the years of messy in-betweens. She doesn't say a word, just puts her hand on mine, acknowledging this order as a promising sign. The dream needs space to breathe, needs structure to survive, and organizing what I have keeps possibility alive. I line the tools in straight rows, each implemented hand. The visual simplicity helps me understand. Not escape or preparation, not delay but stands. And as order appears, my heart turns toward the chance. Away, draw a boundary, call it done. Holding the feeling I can continue toward the rising sun. Not ending but transitioning, not quitting but clear pause. Then declaring clean up, I honor what still draws. Workspace had become chaotic, the overflow of long campaigns. Every surface covered with the evidence of strain. But now I systematically return each thing to place, creating visual closure and mental breathing space. This isn't just about order, though order plays its part. It's about honoring the effort of protecting the heart, by cleaning up with intention, by declaring this phase through. I'm telling myself I matter, that this work does too. For years I just abandon, walk away and leave the mess, which sent a message to my psyche of carelessness, distress. I put the tools in order, declare the session closed, holding the confidence that I can still compose, not burning out but pacing, not surrendering but smart. And in the act of cleanup, I protect the art. My mentor taught me this, the importance of the end, that how we close a chapter determines if can begin again. That declaring cleanup isn't about being finished forever. It's about sustainable practice, about being clean. The dream is a marathon, not a desperate sprint. And declaring this cleanup means tomorrow I'm still in. I put away the last feeling I can return to this place. Not done with the journey, just done with today. And in declaring cleanup, I'm promising to stay. The desk is clear, the tools are stored, the boundary drawn with care. And I move toward the next phase, knowing I'll be there.
Looking up at the sun about to sink. Worries I exaggerated start to shrink back to their real size, their actual weight. Where the autumn sky changes at the gate between the day and evening's calm. Worries aren't so big after all. Thought everything was ending, thought I'd failed. Every mistake magnified, every plan derailed into disaster, into catastrophe. But sunsets change taught me to see perspective, proportion, truth and size. Where the autumn sky opens my eyes. Music industry is harsh and cold. One mistake and you're too old, or so I thought, until this evening light showed me I was losing sight of reality, of what's actually true. Where the autumn sky breaks through my exaggerated fears and show worries aren't as big as I thought. I know where the autumn sky changes shade from orange bright to purple fade. My worries change their size as well, shrinking from the heaven to the hell I made them in my anxious mind. Where the autumn sky is kind. Where the autumn sky changes its face. My exaggerated worries find their place in proportion, in perspective, in the real. Where the autumn sky helps me feel that maybe I've been magnifying fear. Where the autumn sky makes it clear. Young me thought every mistake was fatal, every wrong note was natural disaster. But experience and sunset teach that most things are within reach of recovery, of fixing or moving on. Where the autumn sky song sings about proportion, about calm, about the balm of perspective when you're losing your way. Skies change colors, worries change size, sitting here with clearer eyes about what actually matters, what's just noise. Where the autumn sky destroys exaggeration, brings things down to earth. Where the autumn sky shows me worth. Where the autumn sky changes from to exaggerate. I'll remember this autumn sky's gate, where colors change and so did my mind, where the autumn sky helped me find proportion, perspective, peace at last, where the autumn sky showed me past the exaggerations to what's real and true. Sunset's color overlaps with the bass tone deep. Phrase I struggled with begins to seep into clarity, into form. Sky like orange color sound keeps me warm through the doubt and the difficulty. Sky and bass in harmony. Days of searching for the phrase that fits, pulling hair out over it, but watching sunset paint the sky the shade, while electric bass tone that I play echoes in my memory. Suddenly it's clear to me the phrase I needed all along. Music isn't just the notes you play, it's the color, the emotion, the way sound can paint like sunset paints the sky. Orange bleeding into deeper dye of purple, red, and fading gold. This is what I've been trying to hold in the bass line, in the song. Sky like orange colors sound all along. Sunset and the bass overlap, filling in the music's gap. Deep tone resonates with orange light. Phrase I struggled with comes out right when I stop trying to force, let the sound take its course. Sky like orange color sound tonight shows me what I've been trying to write. Isn't technical perfection cold, but warmth like sunset turning gold. Baseline deep as evening sky. Phrase opens up, I don't know why, except the colors and the sound combined. Sky like orange color sound defined. Young bass player thought that skill was all. Now I know you have to feel the call of something bigger than your fingers on the strings. Something that the sunset brings when it colors everything you see. Teaches you what music needs to be, not just notes but pain and emotion. Sky like sunset's orange notion, colors fading into night, but the phrase is finally right. Sitting here with bass in hand, finally I understand. Head falling to my chest, but I found what I needed, found my rest. Sky like orange color sound revealed what was broken, what needs healed. In my music, in my soul, sunset and the bass made whole. The phrase that struggled to exist. Sky like orange color sound, kissed it into life, into being true. Sky and sound, orange hue. Tomorrow I'll play this phrase again. Sky like orange colored sound, my friend taught me music's more than technical might. It's the color, it's the light. Sky like orange colored sound, finally found. To a sharp line, missing note of my melody chimes quietly within my chest, and the instant light narrows to its
searching for rings clear, in the instant disappearing here. Melody incomplete for weeks on end, something missing I can't comprehend. Tried every note, every possibility, nothing worked. Nothing set me free until I watched the sun compress to a line of light, nothing more, nothing less. And in that instant when it thinned so sharp, missing notes struck up my heart like it was waiting for this moment here. When the light becomes severe and focused down to a single line, that's when the note became mine. The instant that the light narrows down, I hear the missing note sound resonating in my soul. Scattered comes together in the instant, now and never. The instant light narrows to a thread, missing note rings in my head so clearly that I want to cry. Sunset sharp line in the sky. Sometimes you have to wait for the instant that narrows fade into a single point of truth. Searched everywhere for this note, wrote 1,000 things I'd quote as possibilities, but none was right. Until sunset's narrowing light showed me you can't force creation, just have patient observation of the instant everything lines. Light's about to disappear, but the note rings loud and clear in my memory, in my hands. Now I understand, sitting here as night arrives. The instant the light narrowed saved my life, or at least this song. The instant light narrowed down to nothing, missing notes started something in my heart, in my mind. So clear in the instant light narrows here at the edge of day and night. Everything becomes right with the melody at last. Tomorrow I'll play that note again. The instant light narrows, my friend, taught me patience, taught me grace, taught me how to find the space for what was missing all along. In the instant narrows, complete song.
across the ridge. Next arrangements key shimmers like a bridge between what I knew and what I'll know before the sun hides, before it goes behind the mountain in my chest. The key to what comes next. Stuck on how to start the next project. Every idea I reject is not good enough, not right. But before the sun takes its flight behind the mountains silhouette, the key appears without effort, without sweat. Sometimes answers come when you stop searching hard, when you watch the sun stand guard over the days and all the nights beginning. Suddenly you're winning, not through force but through release, before the sun hides, brings peace. Fading line of light, so thin, key to the next song within. My chest starts to shimmer, starts to glow before the sun hides. I know where the arrangement needs to start. Intuition of the heart, before the sun hides behind the mountain tall. The key to everything, I hear the call of next arrangement, next creative try, before the sun says goodbye. It gives me the gift of knowing where to begin without the despair. Years of doing this have taught me well. Answers come when you can tell the difference between forcing and allowing, before the sun is bowing behind the mountain for the night. It shares its light in the form of creating intuition clear. Sun's almost gone, but the key remains. Shimmer in my chest sustains the knowledge of what to create next, before the sun hides, not perplexed anymore, just clear and calm. Before the sun hides for another night, it gave me the arrangement's light, the key that shimmers in my chest so warm, before the sun transforms from presence into memory. Before the sun hides, I can see the path forward with my music now. Tomorrow I'll begin with what I learned before the sun returned behind the mountains. Ancient God arranged what won't be hard, because the key shimmers still before the sun hides. Always will.
set sun hanging in the air, confusion that I carried everywhere. Aligned itself in a single breath before the sinking light reaches its depth. At the street lamps waiting glow, everything I need to know. 3 days lost in a range maze, nothing making sense, just haze of conflicting ideas and scattered thoughts. All the battles that I fought with myself, with the song, with time. But half-set sun makes everything rhyme. Stepping out to clear my head before I break, watching sunset for sanity's sake. And in that moment between day and night, before the sinking light ignites the street lamps into artificial glow, suddenly I know where the arrangement needs to go. Half-set sun, that perfect pause gives me moment just because I stopped and looked and breathed the air. Confusion that was everywhere lined up, made sense, became clear before the sinking light disappeared. Before the sinking light reaches street lamps gold, the story of my song unfolds in a single breath, in a moment's grace. Half-set sun shows me the place where every piece belongs before the sinking light is gone. Maybe answers come when you stop pushing hard. Let the sunset be your guard against the chaos in your mind. Sometimes you have to stop to find what you've been searching for all along before the sinking light, before it's gone. Sun is almost at the lamp, sitting on these old front steps. Confusion traded for clarity before the sinking light sets me free. Eyes closing with the knowledge that tomorrow I'll follow this new path. Before the sinking light reaches where lamps away to show me which direction, which gate to walk through with my music now. Half-set sun taught me how to trust the pause, the in-between. Before the sinking light, I've seen the way forward, the next step true. Tomorrow I watch again before the sinking light reaches its end. At the street lamps, waiting in embrace, I'll find answers, I'll find grace in the pause before the light moves on. Walking under the setting sun's embrace, knots in relationships change their shape in space. The moment the city turns cold, conflicts that felt too heavy to hold become lighter, become possible to untangle. The moment the city turns gold's angle, band members fighting over creative direction, producer and I in constant correction of each other's vision, each other's ideas. Relationships strained for years, but the moment the city turns gold, I see maybe we're not enemies. Maybe we're all just trying to create something that matters before it's too late. Golden light makes everyone look kind. The moment the city
people I've been resenting, conflicts that felt permanent, relenting. City bathed in golden glow, everyone moving fast and slow beneath the same light, the same sun. The moment the city shows me we're one, in our struggle, in our trying, in our desire to keep flying. The moment the city turns gold tonight, relationships that felt so tight, with tension and with conflict strain, suddenly don't cause the same pain. Not shift shape just a little bit, the moment the city's lit. Music's made by people, flawed and real. Golden light helps me feel that perfection isn't what we need, just honest effort, just the seed of trying together, trying still. Golden light bends my will toward forgiveness, toward grace. City's gold is fading now tonight, but the shifted relationships feel right, or at least more workable than before. The moment the city turned gold and opened the door to possibility of resolution, of contribution. The moment the city turned gold showed